Karma Collector here. All right, guys, listen, man. This is going to go into a video. I want you to watch it for me, okay? It's Gypsy. This is soon after when I told everyone, look, I just got... Guys, initially with that fucking Barney doll, we were told, look, she used that Barney doll somehow to trick Nick into believing... And I'm like, what do you mean with a fucking Barney doll? What are you talking about? And some time passed, and then some more people contacted and told us, no, you don't understand. That's a talking Barney doll, and it has a speaker in it. And somehow, and then I've got people, one of the people that I talk to almost every day, Denny, shout out to Denny, D-E-N-I, she actually had the Barney doll when her son was young. He's a grown adult now. And she said, you could record, like one of the factory models said, and we were trying to find out for sure, that you can actually record something and then play it back, just like a tape recorder. All right? And I argue that that's what they did, okay? Because these people said, no, that's what they did. They recorded Dee Dee's voice screaming out and doing all these things, and then they played it back for Nick to trick him. All right? And what had happened, guys, is about 3 or 4 days before this video you're about to see came out, it's between BRI and GYPSY. I had come out and said, look, guys, I just got some new information as to what part that Barney doll played. Because initially I told everybody, I don't know, but the Barney doll has something to do with tricking him. That Barney doll is just sitting there. Then I got this part information. Then I got the whole story, that she went in there and she laid it down under her mother's head like that. And you see it was there. She laid it down with the face up so it would come out of the speaker and trick Nick with what they recorded earlier. Well, this video you're going to hear, if you stick around, this is going to go into, is going to hear her trying to explain to everybody through BRI. Oh, me and Ken were talking the other day about the Barney conspiracy, and the bitch is going to lie and tell you the night before the murder, her mother was running around doing laundry, and she accidentally swooped up the basically, she washed the Barney doll. The Dee Dee's the one that bought this for her, knows it talks and has batteries. She would have never washed it, number one. And number two, we saw crime scene photos, did we not, where there was clothes in the washer. She said her mother washed the clothes, dried the clothes, and then put the Barney doll up, okay? So please watch this video. This is absolute bullshit. And then after the video, I'll be back.
Yeah.
To talk about the Barney conspiracy.
Sure.
Okay, so because Ken and I were talking yesterday, and he's like, what's up with the whole Barney thing? And I'm like, dude, they have this whole conspiracy theory laid out in their minds that, you know, I placed the Barney by the bed and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, you want to know what happened? My mom was doing laundry the night. Okay, my mom always would fold the laundry on the bed. So that night, she asked me, do you have any laundry in your room that you want washed? So I gathered clothes up and the bar, and I put it in the hamper. She did a load of laundry. She took the laundry from the hamper that she just washed and folded them on the bed, okay? As she would always do. When she had the Barney behind her, because sometimes I'd have stuffed animals by the, pillows. So that is the big conspiracy about the Barney. That's what happened about the Barney.
And then you go into her bedroom.
Yep.
Okay. Is her bed got blankets on it? Is her bed on the floor? What kind of bed does she have?
It was, the biggest thing I can remember about her bed is that it was full, and I mean full of stuffed animals.
Okay.
Gosh.
How did you guys bed if there was a bunch of stuffed animals?
We threw all of it off of it.
Okay.
We were just
throwing them off onto the floor? Or?
Yeah, onto the floor because there's too much of it on there. I mean,
okay.
But the ones that was like part a pillow, but part also a stuffed animal at the same time, we left that on the bed just in case you needed any comfort with it.
Do you remember ever seeing a Barney doll or it's like a purple dinosaur?
Yeah.
Where did you see that at?
was not in there. I could have sworn I was in her room. I think that was in Gypsy's room.
In Gypsy's room?
That's what I remember.
Okay. But do you remember seeing a purple dinosaur? The Barney dinosaur or whatever?
Well, I know she did watch it, but I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking about this now. No. I don't remember seeing one now.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't remember seeing one.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about it.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, you see that shit? And I want you to know that was about 3 days after I made a video. I swear, they're reactionary to me, man. And that's how you know. That's how you know I'm telling the truth, man. It was about 3 days after I came out and said, look, I just got some new information. I'll be making a video soon. I just want to verify some things. Okay? About this being a talking dinosaur. Alright? Again, guys, it was the binding ritual. She tricked him into thinking that they had to take her soul out together. Okay? All it was about is to get his DNA and his fingerprints on the knife. That's it. What else was it supposed to be? If Gypsy would have just left the body there and then took off, then, you know, she would have been #1 prime suspect. He was the scapegoat. That's all it was about. They took her out in the ritual and the sacrifice, okay? Scapegoat, had to blame it on him. They had to get it. That's all it was about, guys. And he wouldn't have just stabbed a dead corpse for them. Remember, wasn't she insistent not to wear gloves? Duh! And he was suspect of that. You think he would have just stabbed it? Hey, just stab my mother up for me? Come on, man. She's already gone. Will you just do that? Here, hold this knife. Of course not. And he only did it because he thought he was told it was a binding ritual and it will wed them together in the heavenly realm in God's eyes. As evidenced by the letter, we just heard the prison call, she was making fun of him to Brian. Like, look at this quack. He believes this Wiccan ritual because she told him this lie. Okay? And the Barney was used. When they were actually torturing Dee Dee, she yelled things out. Gypsy, Gypsy. She yelled out, who are you? To one of them in a mask and gown. I believe probably Brian Rogers or Dan Gladwell, either one. She knew who Nick was. She wouldn't have yelled, who are you? That was supposed to trick Nick into thinking, well, she's still alive. That's her voice. Would have never yelled, who are you, to Nick. Never. And you heard the things she was saying. That Dee Dee said the few things that were on that Nick heard her say. And then they're asking Nick about the fucking Barney in the police interrogation, going on and on, because they knew what they did. They knew that was set up. All the police were against him. They wanted to make sure he didn't know nothing about that Barney, or it wasn't going to say, yeah, well, right? And then you see in the police interview, man, he lies and switches up and says, no, I didn't see the Barney at all. Lying for her. She brainwashed him, man. She had 4 days to work on him, man.